this problem, we're asked some questions about this velocity graph here. It says that the time is measured in hours and distance measured in miles. Okay, so this is a velocity graph. The first question says, on what intervals is the object moving in the positive direction? Okay, well, if it's a velocity graph, then anytime that the function is above the t-axis here, that is positive direction. It's positive here. It's negative when it's below the t-axis, and then positive again. So if we're looking at just the intervals that it's moving in the positive direction, we're looking at between 0 and it looks like 4 here. Now we're not going to include the 4 because it's touching the t-axis right there at 4. So that's not considered positive or negative. So from 0 to 4, and then we start again at 12 and end at 20. So we'll put a comma there, and then 12, 20. So that's the interval that it's moving in the positive direction. Okay, B says, what is the displacement of the object over the interval 0 to 12? Okay, so the object is moving positively from 0 to 4 and then negatively from 4 to 12. And the distance that it moves on these intervals is first 16 in the positive direction and then 20 in the negative direction. Okay, so we've got 16 minus 20 equals negative 4. Okay, so that means it is negative 4 units from where it started. So that's the displacement, negative 4. Okay, and it's in miles, so negative 4 miles. Okay, the letter C says, what is the total distance traveled from on the interval 4 to 20? Okay, so 4 starts here. It looks like it travels 20 in the negative direction, and then from 12 to 20, it travels 11 in the positive direction. Now, keep in mind the difference between distance and displacement is that distance can't be negative, so we're simply going to add these two numbers together, 20 plus 11. Even though that's negative, it's still distance, so it's positive. That gives us 31 miles. So the distance traveled from 4 to 20 is 31 miles. Okay. The next one says, what is the displacement of the object over the interval 0 to 20? So that's the entire interval that we have here. Okay, so we already found the displacement on B between 0 and 12. So for D, we're going to do the entire displacement. So we've got 16 in the positive direction, and then we went negative 20, so that's in the negative direction, plus 11, that's in the positive direction. Okay, so that gives us what, 27 minus 20 equals 7. So that tells us that we are 7 units or 7 miles from positive direction from our original starting point. Okay, so the last one says, describe the position of the object relative to its initial position after 20 hours. Okay, so after 20 hours, the object is 7 miles in the positive direction from the starting point. Okay, that's it.